Hi students, I am Pavan, your science master. Today I would like to speak to 6th standard students. Students, we have been talking about rain, where does it come from chapter. In this chapter we have been talking about various sub-concepts like what is evaporation, what is condensation, what is how clouds are formed, and what is dew, and different live experiences also we have talked about. Okay. Then here in this video I will share another live experience that we experience in our day-to-day life, that whenever you travel in any vehicle, if it rains during your travel, you are traveling, the driver, you might have seen, switching on the wipers, that wipers wipe off the water present on the outer surface of the glass. Okay. And meanwhile, you might have seen the same at the same situation, the driver cleaning the inside surface of the glass. What might be the reason? Yeah, here the water, it rains out of the vehicle and the rainwater is wiped off, okay, with the wipers. And at the same time, the driver, what does he do? At the same time, the driver, what does he do? He cleans up, he also wipes off inside surface of the glass. This is because of the process condensation. Because of what? Condensation process. Okay. This is also because of condensation process. How condensation happens inside the bus? Because the surrounding temperature is very cool due to the rain and its rainwater. Due to rain, the surrounding temperature is very cool comparing to the temperature inside the bus. Inside the bus, the water vapor present in the air inside the bus is converted into water. The vapor in the air which is inside the bus is converted into water, and that forms on the surface of the glass. Okay. If that water vapor is present on the glass inside the bus, that the outside things may appear blur, okay, so that the driver wipes off the glass inside. Okay students, like this. This is also one of the experiences that we can understand. In this situation also we can understand how condensation takes place. It's natural process. It's a natural process, and we may not understand actually, okay, that scientific processes are everywhere in our life. We may not know that is because of that, this is because of this, like that. Okay, I am trying to make you understand, students. You please try to understand. Science is everywhere in our life. Okay, that's about that. Next, here I would like to teach you about clouds and rain. Okay, what is this? Clouds, rain. Can you observe these two pictures? How clouds are formed, that I have already explained in the previous videos. Clouds are formed because of evaporation. The evaporated water, tiny water droplets join together and they become like a very big water vapor. That's nothing but cloud. Okay. Yeah, the clouds are formed due to the water evaporation. This evaporated water slowly moves into high altitudes of the atmosphere, and that remains as a vapor in the atmosphere. Okay. But do the clouds remain in the same place, at the same place? If you see a cloud in that particular place, after some time do you see the same cloud in that particular place, in the same place? No, the clouds keep on moving from one place to another. In the process, what happens? The vapor, water vapor present in the air in different regions of the atmosphere is collected and that is joined together like a very big cloud. Understood? The water droplets is nothing but, you don't think otherwise, water droplets are the vapor. Okay, the water which is in vapor form is nothing but water droplets, water vapor. Okay, that's otherwise called water vapor. Now, in the process of moving of the very big water drop, like the cloud, when it is moving from one region to another region, what happens? The water vapor present in the atmosphere is collected and gathered, joined together, and that becomes like a very big water drop, that becomes like a very big water vapor, very big cloud. Okay, in the process what happens? The water drops, the water vapor, this is nothing but because of small water droplets combined together, and in the process of movement of this cloud, again other small water droplets combine to this and joins, and what happens in the process? That becomes laden of vapor. So, vapor is nothing but what? Water vapor. Okay, due to this laden, that becomes very heavy. That becomes what? Heavy. Due to this heaviness of the clouds, when it moves from one region to another region, at a particular region in particular season, what happens? That becomes very cool. So, here you can apply the term condense. The cloud gets condensed. That means the cloud water vapor is converted into water. Okay? In the process, the water vapor is converted into water. When the cloud becomes laden and that gets condensed, and the condensed cloud cannot hold the water in it, cannot hold because that is heavy, no? So, what happens? That water is left downward in the form of what? Rain. This is how we get rains. Okay, students? This is how we get rains. Did you understand? How do we get rains? Due to the continuous movement of water vapor from one region to another, and the water vapor is collected together, water vapor in the atmosphere is joined together, and at particular time in particular place that becomes laden or that becomes heavy. In the process, when it becomes cool, the cloud cannot hold the water vapor in it, that becomes water. Okay? Condensation process you understood in previous class with different illustrations, different examples. Okay? Blowing air into the atmosphere, the blown air looks like a cloud or smoke, and how dew is formed, and a glass of cool water and the outer surface of the glass, and the bus driver or car driver wiping the glass inside, These are the experiences, due to the change of the temperatures and the water vapor becoming laden and becoming heavy, that cannot hold in it, and in the process what happens, the water vapor comes down in the form of rain. This is called rain. This is how we get rains, children. I hope you understood how do we get rains. And here one term, a new term that you need to understand. After it rains, can you understand, after it rains the water is collected by the streams, small canals and rivers, and finally it reaches to seas and oceans, right? The collected water is again, what happens? Again evaporated. The collected water is again evaporated and again condensed, again rain, the rainwater again evaporated, condensed, rain, evaporation and clouds, evaporation, clouds, here condensation, and then rain, evaporation, arrow mark you can see, clouds get condensed, again condensed clouds give rains, and the rains again evaporate, rainwater gets evaporated in the process. It's looking like a cyclic process, right? This is looking like what? Cyclic process. So this cyclic process is called as water cycle. Okay, it's a cyclic process. So that is repeatedly happening. Okay, that's happening repeatedly, so that it's a cyclic process. This process is called water cycle. Okay, students, draw the diagram of water cycle and present it in our WhatsApp group, students, that you can see in your textbook, or that I'll display the image on the screen. You can see that and draw. Okay, this is for today, students. Thank you for listening. Thank you one and all. And one more thing, that I'll give you a link, the questionnaire link in the description box, which is right below this video. You can click on the link and see the questions, answer to those questions. Each right answer gives you 1 point. Okay, and I hope you will do that. You watch this video from beginning to ending, the questions related to this concept, this video. Okay, thank you for listening. Thank you one and all.